right, there we go. Hey everyone, Richard Carlton here.
I used the wrong opener. Awesome. Hey everyone, a little fake out there. This is Miles Depsky with RCC. Welcome to our daily live stream broadcast today. I'm broadcasting from up here in Portland, Oregon, and then we also have Nick Hunter on the call. Um, just for those of you that are new, we're actually broadcasting to 3 different places. We're on Discord, on YouTube, and also on Twitch. We do record these, usually clean them up a little bit, and then they will get pushed live on our YouTube account and also in our video player app. Today we're going to be, it's what we call Deadbird Friday. Basically, we have some free sample files to give away that we're going to look at today with Nick. So that's our topic for today. And then you can always go to fmtraining.tv. This is kind of the main hub for all of our training. So we have video courses on here. We have nicely bundled package that comes actually with a copy of FileMaker. We have some books, and then this live training tab will give you our upcoming schedule. That's some beautiful formatting there. But coming up next week, you can see we got Nick pretty much every day. Talk about lists and some different script functions. So really good stuff coming up next week. And I think that's about everything there. That's kind of all of our housekeeping. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. Fridays are kind of more relaxed, so if it's anything, FileMaker related, throw it at us. I'm sure we'll have time to get to it. So yeah, if that's all I got, Nick, I'm going to hand it over to you, and you can run from there.
Yes, thank you, Miles. Thank you very much. So yeah, happy Friday, everybody. So yeah, so we are broadcasting on many platforms here, and but the free world is in Discord, and really encourage you to come on Discord and come and fun with us, because Discord you can have a better interaction. You can play with animated GIF, and sometimes it's out of control, but it's fun. We're here to have fun. We're here to learn and have fun at the same time. So yeah, all this week I talk about theme and stuff like that, and I think that was necessary to refresh the mind of people. Knowing that I have a particular I have particular insight about theme, because I was at FileMaker when the themes have been invented, and I participated for the elaboration of the first theme and all the mechanisms. So I'm aware about something behind the scene that can be useful for me to tell you. So today I'm going to continue a little bit about talking about theme, but we are going to have more interaction with people, and I want to demonstrate what I've done for you guys, because today you'll get a link to download a file that is really, really nice, and I'm going to show you right now, right? So let me share my screen right quick here, and so as you can see here, can we see? Yeah, we can see it. Okay. As you can see, I walked yesterday. I did my homework, and I finished the theme completely. So all this week we constructed and we built different objects and stuff like that. So here you have pretty much the basic field and stuff. But before we start, this theme I built it because I wanted to build for you a theme that is dark mode compatible. And as you can see, when you put your computer in dark mode, right, it looks pretty good. I mean, see, it blends very well with the dark mode, right? On the Mac, on the PC, I don't know, but on the Mac, the dark mode on the Mac, you can see the theme is pretty good. So, and as for people who don't know what we did this week, we used Discord, which is an open source kind of application. We use Discord as our base, a foundation, to get all the element, all the colors, all of the color code, the color pattern and stuff like that. We took that out of Discord, right? So we didn't have to reinvent the wheel. And here we are. This is what the theme looked like. So you have fields, and you have a drop-down calendar, and you have a drop-down menu, You see, it's kind of very cool. Look the pop-up menu, how they look, with the field and the drop down. And so here you have two versions of fields, the large version and the smaller version. Okay. Same thing here. You can see here I have this nice tab control here. Okay, which has a larger and wider kind of tabs. Here you can see they're wider and taller. And I'm going to tell you how I'm doing this, how I can make the tabs control larger, because normally the tab control are small like this, and you can see here they are much wider, much taller. Okay, that's the regular and that's the taller one, and I'm going to show you how I'm doing that. There's no trick at all. It's very cool. So we have fields, we have buttons. This is what I've worked yesterday 6 hours in this file for you guys, just to get that done. So you have plenty of buttons here, and you have accent buttons that doing things like this. When you hover, see, it reverses the thing, and you have this kind of button as well, right? Of course, all of those objects, all of them has a style to attach to them. That means if you want to create a new button from scratch, you get a default button that is like this, but you can change it the way you want. It's you have the style attached to it. Okay, so all objects have style attached to them. So you have different popover. You have a dark popover, but I have a alternate version of the popover, which is lighter. Here you can see it better when you have a darker background. You have a button bar here. This is the button bar. This is a default button bar. And then you have different tabs like this. Those are button bars as well. You have this one, right? And then you have this button bar here. You have this. This is a button bar as well. I call that toggle. And you have all of three. And you have this kind of I call that the Google style, because Google invented that style of underlining the toggle. Of course, as I mentioned, all of them has different style to them. That means if you build a button bar from scratch, you say, okay, you have this and you have this, and you say, oh, okay, I want the toggle 1. Okay, BEMO, you have the toggle 1. Oh no, I want the toggle 2, toggle 3. See, it's not just an object that I've built. You get also the style that goes with it. Okay, same for the control. So here control, what we can control is the tab. You have the tab control and you have the slide control. Of course, for the tab control, you have two tabs. You have the default and you have the alternate smaller. Okay, so that's cool. And same for the slide, you have multiple slides. You have the default, the minimal, and the slide control alternate. Okay, so you have different slide control. Same for the portal. I worked a lot on the portal for you guys to have a lot of portals. And as you can see, yes, I made it. I got the control to be dark as well. Okay, so I started from scratch with a theme that is dark based as a foundation, and I start from there. So pretty much I rebuild the theme from scratch for you guys, and then you get a nice control here that blends perfectly in the dark mode. Okay. So here you have you can see you have a large buttons here. This is a large version of the portal, and of course you have the smaller version. See, you have a smaller scroll bar here and a bigger here. Big, small, big, small. Okay, so that is something you have there's none of the theme there that does that. That's something I did for you. Okay. Then you have a portal, a minimal portal. That means a minimal portal. What I call minimal, that means there's no background. See, so it will blend perfectly if you have a light background, or it blends completely, with the background. See, it blends. So that's what we call minimal. There's no backgrounds. Okay, so it will take the color of whatever you have on the background. That's what we call minimal. Of course, you have all those. You have the default, the minimal portal 1, the minimal portal 2, and the portal alternate one. So you have multiple styles for portals as well. Yeah, TK, it feels like Christmas. Yeah, it is. It is. I worked hard to get that done for today. Trust me. Yesterday, I called the boss. It was 11 p.m. and I wasn't even done at 11 p.m. So I worked a lot for you guys. So here you have a portal minimal. This portal is cool because you have this hover effect, and then you have the active, the active row like that. This is one portal I found in Discord, hidden somewhere. When I was exploring, digging into the application, I found that portal and I said, hey, that portal is cool. Okay. And of course, I've built a bunch of different accents and areas, titles, and stuff like that. So, of course, as usual, you have all those stars for you. They're all there. You have all the badges. Okay. I call that badge. It's very cool. You have the accent text. You have all those text works as well. And I'm going to come back a little bit later to explain to you what the dots mean, why you have style with dots and why you have style without dots. I'm going to explain to you. It's very interesting. And I wanted to keep those. I didn't want to destroy them. So you have all of the thing. And of course, at the end, you have the shape and digging into the area, into the Discord. I found this nice area title that is the gradient here. That's cool. So I replicated the gradient exactly the way it is. You have ovals, you have round rectangle, and you have rectangle lines. You have everything. So every kind of object that you want to build, you can have it. And I even have this search box. The search box doesn't work, but it's just as to show you that was a search box in Discord. So you can see here that the search box, and I replicate exactly the same thing. So I think this is cool. And so if you have any question here so far, yeah, Santa Nick, yeah, it's me. Actually, Nicholas is Santa Claus. It's Nicholas Claus, right? Santa Claus is Nicholas. It's true. Actually, it's true.
It is Saint Nicholas, yeah.
Yeah, Klaus.
Yep.
Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah, it's the December 6th is the real Santa Claus. Saint Nick. Yeah, hey, it's me. Santa. I don't know. Okay, so no questions so far, Miles, on the Twitch, YouTube.
Yeah,
on
no.
the dark side of the force, no?
The dark side, yeah. No, pretty much the same. Just people freaking out that they're gonna get this file and saying hello.
Yeah. So here, what I want to show you now. You see how it blends completely well. See how it looks like when you are in dark mode. It blends very well. The luminous theme that FileMaker has, it's kind of old. It's getting old. This one is a little bit more modern, okay, and with bigger buttons. Think that the tendency is this is there now, is bigger buttons and bigger text, and so luminous is all like font is 11 font, 10 font. It's very small, very tiny. So this one is much more modern. So let me explain to you. I don't know if you know how to do that, but let me show you how you transfer a theme from that file. I really encourage you to keep that file for you, okay? To keep the file the way it is as a theme backup, okay? And then you can import the theme inside your solution. So how you import a theme from a solution. So you create a new solution, or you use a solution you have. So theme import, okay? And so you have so we don't care about that. So here you have a new file here, right? And so when you go layout mode, you can see you have this Apex blue default. I don't know. Look, I don't know what they did here. But this is not good at all. It's I don't know. Anyway, that FileMaker and so I want to import in that file. I want to import my theme. Okay, so I go there. I go to manage, and I go to manage theme. Right. See here, you have an import button. You select the file Discord and you say open. Okay. So here I'm going to give you a trick here. Sometime here, let's say I'm logged in with this file with Nick Hunter and my password, and the what's the name? And the file, the file I want to import, the Discord file is the default login is admin, right? Like all the, and it will say, oh yeah, you don't have the privilege to import things or stuff like that. That's what we've got. So when you say import and you select the file, you press the Alt key and then you open it, and then it will ask you the here it doesn't ask because I'm logged in with the same thing, but you can what's the name? Open the file with and open the dialog to log in. So then you have you have all the theme that is inside the file discord.fmp12. You select this one, you say I want to import Discord, okay, and then you say okay, and then you have that. You have the Discord theme. So you press OK. Now you go here to the theme definition of the layout. You say you don't want this crap, I want Discord. Bam, see, I have a nice preview for you, right? And the button remain in the original place while the text can be padded. Yeah, Bilbo, I'm going to answer your question right after. Good question, by the way. I want to import, so I want to use that one. So so I click here. So now I have a nice looking, kind of theme, and I have my fields here. See, very nicely. Or I can do this. Yesterday I showed you that you can have something like this. See, bam, bingo. I have my stuff. I can have a nice portal for you. Nice portal here. See, I can have a small portal, so I want a small one. Where's the small one? Yeah, here. And I want the minimal edit box small. So I have a smaller one. See, everything smaller, or can I have even smaller? See, and I have a smaller one, and I can do this, right? And here, my portal. Nice looking, everything looking good, right? I can have a round square if I want here, and I have different accents. See, I want this accent here, and I want to put the text here, and I want to put the text hello world, and I want default. I want accent text. I have different accent text here. See, it's kind of cool, right? So you have a nice looking theme. You can have a bar here, and you can say I want the bar to be like this, red, right here. So you can have a badge if you want. You click the text, new, because that is what and you have this, and you say like this, like Discord does, right? You guys see that on Discord. See, so look, it's a very beautiful theme and ready to go, and is not faulty, because most of the theme, when you get them outside, they're faulty. They didn't think about everything when they build it. So you have a hover state that doesn't work well, or alternate version that is not there, or, you know what I mean? It's not complete. This one is complete. So let me answer those questions I have on Discord here. So Bilbo asked, Nick, I have a problem with the radio button. Yes, me too. The buttons remain at the original place while the text can be padded. Any idea how to fix it? You need to fix Claris in order to fix this. Okay, so let me explain what Bilbo is talking about. So that was the importing of the theme. I hope you understand what it is. So Bilbo is talking about this. So you have here, you have a checkbox, right? Or radio button, the same, right? You have a checkbox here, and here what happened. So you can use the padding here on top, and you have this happening. Pretty much you screw up everything. See, the padding is working on the text, not on the box, right? Unfortunately, this is not fixed and cannot be fixed, and it's not fixable, and this is how it works. And so that's why pretty much I know what you try to do, Bilbo, and I don't do this. That's why here you see what I've done here. I have a square on the bottom, and then I have this. So I know what you mean, what you try to do. You try to do this. You try to have a background, right? Oh yeah, by the way, you have all the collection of colors as well, and classify, see, by darker, blah 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 blah. See, I did a good job. You have everything from the darker to the lighter. See how it is, and same here. And you have all the colors used there. You have all in the collection here, which is great. So I want the dark. So what you want to do? You want to do something like this. And you want to do something like this, right? And you want to have this to have not to be glued to the corner. So you want something like this, right? You want to use the padding here, right? And I'm pretty much sure you tried this, and nothing works, right? You try pretty much everything, nothing works, and you get mad, and I understand, and you have to. So if you want to replicate something like this, you need to do this. So you need to delete this. You need to say, okay, I want this, okay? And so hold on. I want this, right, okay? And I want a square, round square. I put on the bottom, on the back, and I have this. Okay, so that's what you want to do, pretty much, arrange back. And you want oh, sorry, I put back too much. So, and you want this to be a little bit darker. Accent color, see? And so you want to do this. So you need to use, don't try to format the object itself. Just put a square on the back, and you do on top of something, okay? Don't try, it doesn't work. It won't work, it doesn't work. So this is to answer the question. Other question, I watched a tutorial of Matt Petrovsky, okay, yeah, where he suggests not to use default theming. He proposed to keep the default only for fonts, file, shape, and round and bottom in order to be able to cascade all the style if you want to change the font. What is your opinion? Okay, watch the tutorial. He proposed to keep the default only for font, face, size, shape. Yeah, I mean, theming, the problem of theming is this. There's no rules on theming. You can do whatever you want on theming, pretty much. There's no good way and bad ways. It takes a lot of time to build a theme. Like I said yesterday, I worked, at least 8 hours on this file altogether, counting the time I spent building it from scratch for you. And that means 8 hours where I know the theme like my pockets. You know what I mean? I know where to go. I know what to check. I know where I'm getting trapped. Okay, I know what not to forget. So it's gonna be tricky to get a theme done. So the best way is to, if you don't know the theme you want to use, by default you have the best. Okay, the best, in my opinion, the best theme is Enlighten. For because it's the most easier to manipulate, okay, as a default theme. But it doesn't look, it look dull, look blah, okay, it's not, okay. All of those other sophisticated and those, they look a little bit old. Luminous is the one I started with for this theme here. Tranquil is, they look like, there's absolutely nothing very, what's the name, exciting here. Yeah, those are classics. Classic Refine, I mean, the classic where you had the embossed and, the classic, the old one. and universal. They call that universal touch. I mean, yeah, maybe it's universal, but I don't know why they said. But anyway, so you have other theme also outside that you can purchase, or sometimes you can download for free, like this, like Discord, the one I did. So yeah, there's no rules. I mean, you can do whatever you want on theme. It's no rules. And I don't like to frame you guys in one way, okay? Or I explained to you during the 3 days of demonstration. I want to lay down how those are constructed. You remember when I told you, okay, you have different objects here, you have different style, and you have, for each object you have a style. See, so I wanted to explain that to you. Now you have the know-how. You can do whatever you want, right? Other question, after all these years, you'd think Claris could fix the issue with radio button and checkboxes. Yeah, Net Lobster, you're right. They could have, but they don't. I think they don't really care. Actually, you know, I don't use checkboxes and that often. By the way, the radio button, for example, I don't use that very often. I build my own. Actually, instead of for radio button here, I use this. And if you want, maybe I have 2 minutes. I can show you how you transfer this. Maybe if you guys are interested, you can buzz. I can do it right now. How to get the name of those buttons to be like to be out of a value list. I can show you that right now if you want. So you can buzz. And so here what we can do here. So are people buzzing? Buzz. Miles, we have buzzes.
I see buzzes. Yep.
Okay, let's go. So you create a value list like I have one, you know, value list here. So you copy the name of the value list. It's very important. You copy the name of the value list. Okay. So I have a value list. So now I want the button bar here. I want the toggle, and I want multiple. I want 5 here. See. And I want this toggle to be a toggle bar like this. Okay. So, and here how you do. So you say get value, okay, of value lists items. So the value list item gets first of all what the value list item is doing. So let me show you what the value list item do. So value list item, the file name we don't care because we want to be in the current file. That is good when you want to go to another file, but so you put a quote and quote like this. You don't need the file name, and that means that the current one, and the value list name between quote is this. So this gets you the list of whatever in the value list. You get it here. Okay, so I copied this and I go back to the name here. See, the name of the thing, and I go this, but I don't want all the value here. What I want the get value of this. I want the value 1. Okay, that's the first value, and you do that here. You go and you want the value 2. Here you go and you go paste and you want the value 3. Okay. Here you go and you want the value 4. Here you go and you want the value 5. Okay. So that done, look what you get. Ta-da! Blue, green, red, yellow. And if you change it, okay, let's say you know, and you say it's not blue, it's you know, it's dark blue, or it's navy, like for example, yeah, navy. Okay. Oops, navy. So you change it, bam, it's navy. Okay. So now the big advantage say, okay, yeah, Nick, yeah, it's cool, but you know, I don't want navy, green, red, and yellow and purple. I want to change the order. Yeah, you can do that, but there's a better way. Instead of changing the orders in the value list, now with this you can do something you couldn't do before. It's to move this here. Oh, is to move this here. Ah, each time I want to do this demo, it fails. Okay, see what I'm doing? So then we say, okay, hey Nick, oh yeah, cool, but calculation. I don't know what it is. I don't know that with this one is okay. Yeah, don't worry, that's the way. So when you have something like that and you don't have a clue about what it is, but you want to know in browse mode, you know, but in layout mode, you don't know. FileMaker has a very old thing that comes from FileMaker 3.0 that is more relevant than ever. And the guy who invented that at that time is a genius, and he deserved a reward for that. Okay, and you say sample data. You want to show sample data, and look what happened. Ta-da! I am in layout mode, and I see what it is. Right? Sample data. Very cool. So now I said I don't want navy, green, red, and yellow. I want navy, yellow, red, green, and purple. So you can even change the order of those things that you cannot do on the value list. So now you say, okay, that's cool, but Nick, you know, I want I have a field here, and I want the field color. I want this to set this field. Okay, I want this to set the field color. And you say, okay, this is the color field. Okay, did I call it color? You know, sometime. Okay, that's the field color. Okay, so no problem. How you do that? Very simple. You double click here. Okay, I agree with you. All of this is much more work than just using a checkbox or a radio button. Yeah, I agree with you. It's much more work. I agree. But I'm building the object from scratch. I have an object already built, and I just need to replace. Most of the time, I didn't even have to replace that because I put that in my object. This is a global, and I said value list name. Okay, and so those objects are universal. I just have to change the global variable, and bam, I have a new radio button from scratch. I don't even need to rebrand them. I copy paste their work. I just need to change. You know what I mean? So that's many. Yes, I know, out of the box, but out of the box is out of the box. You know what I mean? That's the difference between out of the box, you know, the manufacturing home, you know, and a home built from scratch with an architect. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing, right? So we are not talking about the same thing here. But I agree, more work, but it's cool. So now I want this to do this. I want this to say, okay, set field, okay, and I want color, and the set field, I want this. That's it. And now I'm going here and I'm doing this the other one, set field. So normally I have a script, and you know, the same thing, you know, I have a universal script that sets fields, and I just have to pass the parameter of the field name, right? So I have kind of you know, so set field, and I do the again color. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 of them, and that's it, okay? Because don't want to be boring here. So set field again, and color, and this is number 3. So now if I go there, so let's remove those 2, okay? And so I go there, navy, yellow, and red, right? So I set this. So now if I say yellow here, as you can see, it doesn't follow. It doesn't follow. So now we need to connect those 2 together, okay? So that's very easy. You call this button here, you call it navy, okay? So there's also other ways to do that. It's you know, you don't have to do that. It's just a demo, okay? You have other ways to do things like this. But if you do this, and then you say, okay, I want to specify that the name of the object that is active is based on what it is here, then you have now, if I change manually, I say red. If I say manually yellow, it's yellow. So you can have very nice looking check, thing like this. I also have object with checkboxes and stuff like that that I build myself. I don't even use the FileMaker one. Okay, so that was our that was the example. So do we have any question here? No question here.
Actually, I have one from YouTube, one from Twitch. They're pretty simple, but just want to include everyone. So Francisco asked on YouTube, is there a way to rotate the button bar? And so I just...
No. Yeah. Button bar, yes. Here. It's vertical now. I know what he means. He want to rotate with this rotates. No, you can't. As you can rotate a field, right? A text. I don't even know if you can rotate a button. I think so. Yeah, you can rotate a button. You cannot rotate what's the name? A tab control. You cannot rotate a slide control. You cannot rotate what's the name? A chart. You cannot rotate obviously a web viewer. You can rotate text, this, square, fields, buttons. You cannot rotate popover, obviously. See, you cannot rotate. Oh yeah, that's funny. You can rotate a popover. I never did it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, but it's all reversed. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, you can rotate a popover. So yeah, it makes sense. It's a button. Popover as a button. Button bar, you cannot. Yeah. Portals, you cannot neither. Okay. Now I want to show you how you transfer. Because let's say I have a new layout here, okay, and I have this theme here, okay, and I have a portal here, okay. I have a portal here, and I want to copy this portal here. Oops. I want to copy this portal to a dark mode. I get this, you see, yeah, I get, okay, so let me do the opposite way, because otherwise it won't work. I have, so I want to transfer this portal. Remember, I had the difficulty here to transfer this, and I wanted to transfer this to like this, and see what happened. It changes the border, the scroll bar, and it's impossible to get them. Okay, so so you need to start from a theme that has a dark control. Okay, when you want to start use, but let's say I want to start with luminous, right? And I want a new layout where I will have luminous touch. So luminous touch has our portals with bigger control and tabs with bigger controls, right? When I go to luminous non touch, I have portal with small control and tab with smaller control. Okay, much smaller. So you have This one, big control, small control. So now you know what is very simple to do is to, you copy this and you go to your layout where you have your you know, theme, like Discord, for example, and you paste it, and then you have a small control. And if you want bigger tab control, you copy from the touch one and you paste it. It will keep the large control, right? So this is how I do that. And then here, now you have much more control than before. For example, you can remove this, you can remove this, right? And so you can have a smaller fonts, for example. So see, you have a better thing here. You know, it's better. It looks better than the small one in many cases. So that's how I did that here. You copy from the you go to the touch and you copy the object from the touch layout, the touch theme, to get those big buttons. Okay, because the touch theme has by default in the core, in the foundation of the theme of the CSS style, they have bigger objects. So what else do we have question, Maris, here?
I got one more kind of simple one. This one is from Twitch for Jay Montana. He's trying to build a bunch of icons for FileMaker in Sketch, but he's having trouble because he doesn't know how to change the color of the icon on the button.
Yeah, because depending on what you have, depending on how you saved the icon from Sketch. So to get an icon like this, a glyph, those are SVGs. Okay, they are vector kind of based icons. Okay, so and you change the color. If you cannot change the color, that means your Sketch file, when you saved it, you didn't save the right way. I can ask my friend Shi, which is the manager designer at FileMaker. He gave me a file one day to tell me exactly what it needs to be done to save the glyph, you know, to save the SVG with all the attributes that you need to check or uncheck. The problem is Sketch is difficult because they all use illustrators, and Sketch is quite different. I think Sketch, you cannot save natively the file. Sketch, you are exporting, and I think you don't have all the information SVG needs. I'm just guessing here. I don't know Sketch. I don't use it. Pretty much for icons, I'm going there. I'm going to show you where I'm going for that. I'm going here. So I'm using this website here. Using this website. So I have an account here. So I'm using this website here. So because this don't understand why it doesn't recognize me anyway. I am on Safari, yeah. So whatever you want an icon or whatever icon you want. So you have here, and you have all the icon you want. You select one, and then you select one, and then the advantage here is the icon here. You can see what the icon is and stuff like that. But also what you can do, you can paint. You see, you can change the color of an icon directly here. Oh, damn it. And also what you can do is to save, and you can save all those those are format, right? So you want to if you want to use this one as an SVG, you can download it, and then you can add it into FileMaker here. So you create a button here. Okay. So, and sometime even the icon there, they don't all work. it's kind of a nightmare sometimes. So this is what you received. So you received the SVG is here, and I can tell you right now this icon won't work in FileMaker, even though it's a SVG. But the weight you see when I insert see, it doesn't work. So that's the problem with the FileMaker icon. You need to make sure that the file is what's the name? The file is built in a certain way. So what I'm doing sometime, when let's say I need an icon for invoices, for example. Okay, so I'm typing invoices. I have plenty of icons here. I'm selecting this one. I'm selecting multiple icons. This one I know it work. This one, see, I'm selecting multiple icons that could work for our for invoices, right? And I'm downloading this as an SVG, so I have multiple icons, right? And now I can go there, select plus, and go to my collection that I just downloaded, right? And I can just try. So here, what I'm doing here, so this is all the icon I downloaded. This one will work. Why? Because the icon is glued on the top left corner. So when an icon is not, this one will work, this one will work, this one won't work because it's in the middle. You see what I mean? This one won't work. So out of those three, out of this one will work, this one will work, this one will work. Demonstration. So this one works, and it changed color. That means it works. So that means I can go there. I can say here I can go to icon and change the color. So if I go there and I told you, see, remember I said this one won't work. It won't work. See, it's there, right? It's not working well. I told you that this one will work. Demonstration. It works, right? So long story short, when you build your own application, your own icon, you need to have a very tiny, small one. Don't create an icon too big. The icon needs to be small in the sketch. The icon needs to be extremely tiny, like 20 points square, something like that. Don't have a big, giant vector file with a big, giant stuff in the middle a 20-inch document. You need to have a very tiny, and the icon need to be glued on the top left corner of the document in your sketch, and then you save it. But you need to make sure that you remove the alpha stuff. You need to check many attributes. I'm going to call my friend Chi and ask him what exactly it is. But you saw what I'm doing on Flaticon, for example. I'm selecting multiple, and then out of this, hopefully, I will have one or many working. I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, someone shared one of our videos. I mean, that was 5 years ago, so I think that was.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's still relevant. So
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I didn't know about this. Yeah, you have FMSVG car. You drag your standard SVG into the download with the correct. Okay, so I didn't know that, Dave. That's cool. So Dave said you can go there, you drag your SVG there, and that convert the icon. Okay, cool. I didn't even know that was existing. See, we learn every day. We learn every day. Cool. Nice to know. I'm going to use that a lot. It's a Geist stuff, right? It's the Toad Geist stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have a kind of Java stuff that do the conversion. On I know there's things that you need to be done when you save as the SVG to make sure that it works on FileMaker. Cool. Yeah. So any question? Do you mind bigger? Should also put the video link. Yeah, okay, cool. So if you don't have any other question, I can roll. There's something also yesterday that I want to tell you about the theme, and we had a discussion today with Christian about this. Here, you have attributes here that are themable, and some are not. And sometimes you have things that are very hidden in the what's the name in the FileMaker application, and they are controlled by theme. For example, here, see, I have a portal. This is my minimal portal. When I double click here, you see here the use alternate row state and use the active row state is not checked. And you see my theme here, my style here is still white. That means it's okay. It is not modified, right? If I click this and I click here, so now it's red. That means it's modified, because this is stored with the theme. This gets stored with the theme. Okay. So that's interesting that you can have a theme with a portal. Say, okay, oh, I want to alternate and I want the active one, or a theme like I have now with none of them. Okay, like if I go there, this theme here, I have the active row, in the theme that are themable. Okay, so that's interesting to know. Also, if you want the vertical, and if you don't want the vertical, also that is themable. So yeah, that's cool. That's it. So no question on the Twitch, YouTube, whatever.
Just one person wondering why FileMaker doesn't create a icon repository like they do with add-ons.
Oh, you mean for because now what you need to go here, or also what you can, that if you go to another file and you copy a button that has an icon that is not in this file, it will automatically transfer the icon, right? So you know that. So you can also move icon from this. Actually, what I don't like, what is very annoying to me, is that I can extract an icon as a file from here and send it to, you can even copy it. I don't know if you copy, can I copy it? Yeah, but if you copy the icon and you paste it, you copy the button. Yeah, it's you see, I mean, I want to copy this. It doesn't copy this, right? It doesn't. It copy the button. It doesn't copy the. So I want to be able to extract this as a what's the name, as a file, and unfortunately we cannot do it. Okay. I think Apple guideline is around 32 pixel by 39 for minimal touch button size. Yeah, so knowing that they are vector based, so we don't really care about the size. I mean, for the definition, it won't have effect on the definition. Like, for example, PNGs. If you have a 32 by 32 PNG, that will be super pixelated, and I mean what. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that the glyph, you don't care about the resolution, because you can have the glyph and you can make it big like this, right? So it's still it is not pixelated at all. Okay. By the way, if we are limited in 120 points, you can say thank you to Henry Wang. We had a big argument one day out of this. When I say, why put a limit on the size of the glyph since there's no limits, and he said, why not put a limit? I said, because I am for freedom, and he said, I'm not for freedom. I said, okay, no problem. So I know, because each time, sometimes I want to use that big, we need that to have big stuff, right? And we cannot use them. So anyway. the theme style lists somehow the dot in front of the name. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Canberra, good question, and I forgot about to talk about that, and that was important. Thank you very much, Canberra 57. Okay, so let's go to one of those layouts and remove those, and let's put some part here. Parts. And I'm going to put all the parts, top navigation and title header and leading and trailing and footer, footer and title footer and bottom navigation. So I have pretty much all the part possible here, right? Oh yeah, I forgot some. I forgot the sub-summary here and the sub-summary here. Okay, so I have two sub-summaries. The top, the trailing and leading. I have all of those. Okay. So now we can remove this one. Okay. So all those parts. Now I want here, I click the text and I initiate the text in the top navigation. So I have one style. Okay. Now I initiate the text in the header. I have another one. I initiate the text in the leading. I initiate the text in the sub-summary. I initiate the text in the body, and I initiate the text in the same here. I initiate the text here. I initiate the text here. See, it's different here. So the style. Okay, so now this is navigation part text. This is header text. This is leading grand summary text. This is sub-summary text. This is body default. This is the trailing sub-summary text. This is the trailing grand summary. And this is the footer text. This is the title footer text, and this is the bottom navigation part. There's no top and bottom. That's the same for both, okay? So, and then you have alternate version of those. So you have leading sub-summary text 1, text 2, and additional, which is when you have something like this, right? So you have different style, and the style comes when when you go there, it automatically takes the style of the part, okay, that the dots is for. They are linked to our part. And the question, can I replicate those? No, you can't build them. You can change them when they are there, but you cannot build a style that is tied to a part. That is building from the theme itself by FileMaker. And that will never happen again because they don't have the know-how and the people knowing to do that anymore. It was a very complex and a very difficult process to build, and they dropped it because nobody really even noticed that. To be honest with you, okay, if you don't know it, you can very discover that by yourself. So the boss is going to send a file, or do we know if the boss done with the rebranding of the file?
He started, so I will share the actual bit.ly link, but it does not currently work. So it will work, I'm sure, within the next hour. I think he forgot to commit the record.
What happens when you make your own theme? Okay, I just made it, Moki. So, Moki, why you ask that? What happens when you make your own theme? It happens that you get awesome thing. Oh no, yeah, no, yeah. Well, okay, but look, Moki, you cannot start a theme from scratch. There's nowhere where you can say theme, new theme from zero. You know what I mean? There's none. You cannot do that. You need to come from a theme, like, you go there, like I did, for example. What I did yesterday is this. I came here, I come with Luminous, okay? And then I had this, okay? And I had the theme that was there, and I start by removing those and use, I made a change somewhere, right? I made a change, see? I saved the change, and now it says my theme has changed. And then from there, you can say set as a new theme, and then you can say, hey, I want the Moki trademark. How you go? No, this is not. How you go to trademark? How you do the trademark? I thought it was
I usually have to copy from online.
okay, Moki TM. Okay, so you have a Moki TM theme, right? And option R. Option R. Option R. No, that reserved. Option 2. Okay, option 2. Yeah, good. Oregon Dean. Oregon Dean. Okay, so you have the Moki TM theme, and then you can do, this and this, and you can do, do a button, and then you say, oh, I want my button blue, right? And so now you save that as default, and you start there, and then you save your theme, etc., 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 etc. So you start building from all object like I did, and then you need to go to, I want the hover to be this, and I want the press to be this, and I want the focus to be this, and then so you do this, and then if you put a button here, you have the most ugly thing I ever built in my life. And this is what you have: normal, hover, press. Okay, so, and you have your theme, right? So, and you can start and you can continue, right? So see, now if I go there, I go manage theme, I have two themes. I have Moki and I have Discord, right? So that's the last theme. Oh, by the way, yeah, Halloween theme. Yeah, this is a Halloween theme. So to remove for example, here you see I cannot delete the Moki. We say no, you cannot. You need to have zero layout with the theme. Okay, so those I can delete them, and to delete Moki theme, not deleting Moki itself, right? To delete the Moki theme, I have no zero, and I really encourage you to do that, to clean up your theme kind of thing here, because it could be problematic sometime, especially when you have a lot of themes. So you need to make sure that you have a very limited amount of theme here. Okay. Can you make body button different from? Can you make body button default different from footer button? Yeah. Oh no. Button no. Button you don't have the dots. You have none with dots. It's only text. Text and field maybe? No, neither fields. No, only text. Unfortunately. What else do you have? See, no, you have this. You have accent here. Is the text only? Text you have. See the text you have. button you don't have. What else? Field? No, field you don't have. No, only the text. Only the text. Yeah. To be honest with you, okay, it's you know what this is. This stuff here, it's a relic of an attempt they were making to get layouts to be built automatically. I don't know if you guys have used Bento. They wanted to come with something like Bento. You know what I mean? So they needed to know which style for the header, which style for the navigation, which style for the body, which style. So it's a relic of this. They want to have kind of a layout builder, Bento-like, you know, and they dropped the builder and they kept this. So hello Nick, Microsoft from 1993 calling you. They want their lack of design shops back. Why you say that? I don't understand. Why you say macro? Why 1993? Oh, oh, because of the Monkey theme. Okay, yeah. Actually, it was even better than the Microsoft 1993. Actually, you know, orange. Yeah, the orange theme. I remember. Yeah, the ugliest thing I ever saw was Windows 2.0 on the first color screen. It was like, wow. It was all orange, yellow, blue, red, all the colors. It was, and it was ugly. It was, yeah, Windows Puke 2.0, yeah. Yeah, only veterans can know what 2.0 was. 3.0 was also another ugly stuff. 95 wasn't that bad. They invented the plug and pray. You remember the plug and pray? Oh my gosh. So Mars, if you want to land the plane, I can stay here all day long if you want.
Yeah.
Talking, you know.
Do the Windows throwback. Yeah, no, I mean this was a nice little sample or super awesome sample file turned into a really awesome discussion on themes. Yeah, so I mean thanks so much for that. The link that I sent is working, so Richard got that up just in time. And looks like Nick will have you back on Monday talking about the list function. So
yeah, that would be great too. The list function. I'm going to demonstrate how I'm using the list function, and so I'm going to start to explain what the difference between the different list function, because this list function is tricky, has different behavior depending where you start. And I'm going to lay on that, and then I'm going to explain how I'm using it and why I'm using that. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
awesome. Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on your Friday. Everyone have an amazing weekend. Stay safe, and thanks so much, Nick.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.